Athens. Athens wasn't just a city in Greece, it was the cradle of modern civilization. Around 2,500 years ago, Athens was the heart of intellectual thought, the birthplace of democracy, philosophy, and science. Since World War I, Athens has become the hub of all mercantile business, export, and import. Athens was home to luminaries like Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle. They created the foundation of knowledge and systems that we still use today. The heritage of the classical era is still evident in the city, represented by ancient monuments and works of art, the most famous of all being the Parthenon atop the Acropolis, a monument to the goddess Athena, the city's protector, and a symbol of ancient Greek glory. Babylon. Founded more than 4,000 years ago as a small port on the Euphrates River, the city's ruins are located in present-day Iraq. Babylon became one of the most powerful cities of the ancient world under the rule of Hammurabi. He created one of the world's earliest and most complete written legal codes, known as the Code of Hammurabi. Art and architecture flourished throughout the Babylonian Empire, especially in the capital city of Babylon, which is also famous for its impenetrable walls. The city inside the walls occupied an area of 200 square miles, roughly the size of Chicago today. The city was famous for its magnificent Ishtar Gate and the legendary Hanging Gardens. The Hanging Gardens of Babylon are one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Yet archaeologists have turned up scant evidence of the gardens. It's unclear where they were located or whether they ever existed at all. Some researchers have uncovered evidence that suggests the Hanging Gardens existed, but not in Babylon. They may have actually been located in the city of Nineveh in Upper Mesopotamia. Ishtar Gate, the main entrance to the inner city of Babylon. The Ishtar Gate gave way to the city's Great Processional Way, a half-mile decorated corridor used in religious ritual to celebrate the New Year. Luxor. Situated on the east bank of the Nile River in Egypt and was once known as Thebes, the capital of ancient Egypt during the New Kingdom period, making it a crucial site for religious ceremonies and royal rituals. Luxor is often referred to as the world's greatest open-air museum due to its numerous well-preserved temples and tombs. Luxor boasts some of Egypt's most iconic temples and monuments. The Temple of Karnak, the largest temple complex in Egypt, was dedicated to Amun-Ra. The Luxor Temple, located in the heart of the city, to celebrate the annual Opet Festival. On the west bank of Luxor lies the renowned Valley of the Kings, where pharaohs and nobles were buried in elaborately decorated tombs. The Valley of the Queens, located nearby, was the final resting place for royal women and their children. Colossi of Memnon. These imposing statues of Pharaoh Amenhotep III guard the entrance to his mortuary temple. Mortuary Temple of Hatshepsut, dedicated to the only female pharaoh of Egypt, Queen Hatshepsut. Habu Temple, also known as the Mortuary Temple of Rameses III. Carthage. Carthage was an ancient city located in present-day Tunisia, founded by Phoenician settlers from Tyre around 814 BCE. It grew into a powerful maritime and trading empire in the western Mediterranean. The city is best known for its conflicts with Rome, especially the Punic Wars. The most famous Carthaginian general, Hannibal, defeated Rome by crossing the Alps with elephants during the Second Punic War. However, Carthage was eventually defeated by Rome in the Third Punic War, 149 to 146 BCE, and the city was destroyed. Despite its fall, Carthage left behind many legacies, including impressive ruins like the Tophet, a burial site, huge ports, and Roman-era buildings. Alexandria. Alexandria is a port city on the Mediterranean Sea in northern Egypt, founded in 331 BCE by Alexander the Great. Alexandria became a beacon of knowledge and culture. Its great library aimed to collect all the world's knowledge, attracting scholars from various civilizations. The city developed from a small port known as Rakotis after the arrival of Alexander. The Lighthouse of Alexandria, another of the 7 wonders, guided countless sailors safely to port. As a melting pot of Greek, Egyptian, and other cultures, Alexandria played a pivotal role in the intellectual and cultural exchanges of the ancient world. Rome. Beginning in the 8th century BC, ancient Rome grew from a small town on central Italy's Tiber River into an empire that at its peak encompassed most of continental Europe, Britain, much of Western Asia, Northern Africa, and the Mediterranean islands. As legend has it, Rome was founded by Romulus and Remus, twin sons of Mars, the god of war. Left to drown in a basket on the Tiber by a king of nearby Alba Longa and rescued by a she-wolf, The twins lived to defeat that king and found their own city on the river's banks in 753 BC. After killing his brother, Romulus became the first king of Rome, which is named for him. After 450 years as a republic, Rome became an empire in the wake of Julius Caesar's rise and fall in the 1st century BCE. The long and triumphant reign of its first emperor, Augustus, began a golden age of peace and prosperity. By contrast, the Roman Empire's decline and fall by the 5th century AD was one of the most dramatic implosions in the history of human civilization. Roman architecture and engineering innovations have had a lasting impact on the modern world. Roman aqueducts, first developed in 312 BC, some Roman aqueducts transported water up to 60 miles from its source, and the Fountain of Trevi in Rome still relies on an updated version of an original Roman aqueduct. Roman cement and concrete are part of the reason ancient buildings like the Colosseum and Roman Forum are still standing strong today. Constantinople, now known as Istanbul. Before becoming Constantinople, the city was known as Byzantium, was founded in the 7th century BC and was a thriving port on the Bosporus, a strait connecting the Black Sea and Mediterranean Sea. It served as the capital of the Byzantine, Latin, and Ottoman empires for over a millennium. In 330 AD, Emperor Constantine the Great declared it the new capital of the Roman Empire, renaming it Constantinople. In 1204, Constantinople was captured by the Crusaders during the Fourth Crusade, and a Latin Empire was established. However, the city was later retaken by the Byzantine Empire in 1261. Finally, in 1453, Constantinople fell to the Ottoman Empire under Sultan Mehmed II, marking the end of the Byzantine Empire. Constantinople became the capital of the Ottoman Empire, known as Istanbul. Until the establishment of the Turkish Republic in 1922, the capital of Turkey was moved to Ankara, and Istanbul officially became known as Istanbul in 1930. Notable structures like the Hagia Sophia stand as testaments to the city's grandeur and Byzantine heritage.